If you want to know about dragons, really know about them, in the game of D&D, there is only one definitive source, the Draconomicon. Welcome back to Dragon Week here on Green and Gold Gaming. Monster Week is an annual community event created and organized by Pointy Hat and Jenny D to bring together TTRPG creators on YouTube, and this year's theme is dragons. I'm Renegade Paladin, the primary narrator and editor here at Green and Gold Gaming, and this afternoon we're discussing green dragons. Green dragons are the masters of the forest in which they live, aggressive creatures as well as masters of intrigue. They are as belligerent and territorial as any other chromatic dragon, but they often scheme to gain power and wealth with little effort, more often than they engage in direct violence themselves. Green dragons make their lairs in caves set into sheer cliffs or hillsides, preferably where the entrance is hidden from casual observation, such as behind a waterfall or submerged underwater. Older green dragons have the ability to magically grow plants and will use it to conceal their homes. Black dragons sometimes clash with greens over choice caverns. A frequent tactic of the green dragon when this happens is to pretend to concede, only to return to raid the weaker black dragon's horde within a few decades. Green dragons have heavily curved jaw lines and a large crest that starts near the eyes and runs down nearly the whole length of the spine, reaching its full height on the upper neck. They have no external ears. Hornlets protrude all over the head. The teeth protrude from the dragon's closed mouth. A green wormling's scales are a nearly black shade of dark green and lighten unevenly as the dragon ages, providing camouflage in the dragon's woodland territory. The green dragon's neck and legs are proportionately larger against its body than any other chromatic dragon, allowing it to clear fallen underbrush and look over trees without rearing up. In flight, the green dragon's neck gives it a swan-like profile, with a featureless head due to the lack of horns adding to the illusion. The wings are dappled, darker at the leading edge and lighter at the trailing. The wings are rounded due to the uniform length of the alar phalanges, and the wings insert mid-torso ahead of the rear legs. Green dragons regularly patrol their territories, both above and below the canopy, looking for prey. They eat anything, including plants when hungry enough, but have a liking for elves and fae, and to note anything new happening that they might be able to exploit. A green dragon desires power nearly as much as treasure, and will attempt nearly any scheme to further their position. They use blunt intimidation when they can get away with it, but against powerful creatures that might threaten it, they are more subtle. Green dragons are masters of double talk and consummate liars, and simply conversing with one can lead to a being's ruination. When dealing with most non-dragons, green dragons are diplomatically honey-tongued, but among other green dragons they are crass and rude, especially when their interlocutor is the same age. A pecking order based on age and status rapidly develops among green dragons in an area, but they know each other too well to form and depend on a formal governing structure. While courting green dragons are just as rude and coarse as the species always is to each other, their lawful nature comes to the fore when they do decide to mate, and a strong bond forms between the pair. Parents are careful to teach their offspring the skills they need for manipulation and deceit. They never leave their first clutch of offspring untended, but will often produce additional clutches of eggs to fend for themselves. Once the fledgling dragons are grown, the parents chase them off and separate. Green dragons are not picky about their treasure, anything valuable suits. Their favorite pieces are items that remind them of their notable triumphs. Green dragons frequently attack creatures passing through their territory with little or no provocation, seeking treasure and a chance to demonstrate their power to their neighbors and minions. They stalk their victims to study them and plan for the assault, sometimes for days. They enjoy causing terror and will quickly reveal themselves if the target doesn't appear threatening. They almost never kill all of their opponents, preferring to capture a survivor for interrogation. They may release a prisoner if they can arrange a ransom, but otherwise they must prove their value to the dragon daily or perish. Thus concludes our feature on green dragons for Dragon Week. Be sure to check out the Dragon Week features from other creators as well. A link to today's playlist will be in the description and the cards. If you enjoy our content, please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you later in the week for more discussion of dragons.